Thursday and Friday. We're doing some landscaping at Bryan soon. That's gonna be fun. Try and get everyone out there. It was gonna be 2 guys, but that has since changed. We gonna talk about that?
Landscaping?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh, you got one of those?
Yeah, sure.
everybody got a packet. But so, Fine Lines. Some of y'all may have never heard of the amazing squirrel up there on the wall. You ever wondered where that came from? Started in my backyard and my garage, and by growing it, we had destroyed my backyard. It is now a construction road. If anybody has serviced it lately, you will see that. That's where it's from. Used to have nice zoysia. Now it doesn't. So we're going to re-landscape it and put some zoysia down, put some rock in some areas, and may or may not take out those trees and put in some new ones. So that's what we're gonna do.
When's that gonna happen?
Was gonna do it next week, but we are gonna do it. Man, that thing is moving. We're gonna do it. It's like, we're gonna do it last week of November. As of right now, yeah, last week of November, the first couple days of December.
So it'll be like a all week thing, or like
No, I'm saying that's the week. It's like it goes from like November to December, but it should only take, if we do, Jeremy and I go over there one day, and then when y'all get done with your work week, go out there on the last, like, have a full day. We have everybody. It should be a 2-day project.
Then we'll have Brian's friend do the machine work, and then we just put
the sod
wheelbarrow rock, put salt on the ground.
Get the land level up.
Yeah.
Stuff, depending
Yeah,
That's what he does.
Your drainage and stuff.
What's that?
Your drainage and stuff, like or the water is supposed to be running and all those stuff.
Oh, you talking about the irrigation?
No, drainage.
Oh, the drainage. Yeah,
all
we get
those
it.
stuff.
Yeah.
Get it level up, get it rake off.
Yep.
Yeah, so we just sod on the ground,
Yeah.
wheelbarrow rock.
It will be
Ace plates.
it will be thing side, the one that the pallet side. That was going to be
Yeah, one with the squares.
square.
Yep.
And
the whole back end?
Well,
and the way
it's most of it, yeah.
yeah, and the way I know the pallet grass go down is like tying. Like you tie them one. Start one here, you come back center.
Yeah, talking about you stagger it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That's what
So,
we do.
Gabe, all you missed, be off 24th, 25th for Thanksgiving. The plan was for you and Matt to do the landscaping, but we had a bunch of people sick. So next week, instead of you guys landscaping, we're gonna try and get a bunch of stuff done before these 2 days, so that way we can take them off and have everything done. We were gonna go over winter services today, but almost half of the team's not here, so we're gonna save that for Monday, and we'll just go over the P&L today.
Yeah. So if y'all will go on the back, the very back page, we'll start there.
Very back.
Yeah. We'll start there, and it just does the recap. And so on the left, you see a YTD that's year to date. And you look a little bit to the right, and you see the revenue number of 118,000. That is what we did in October. So we did $118,000 in revenue, and then as far as expenses, we had 112,000.
We've done $1 million so far.
1.14. Yep.
Damn.
Yep. So a net profit in October of $6,000.
Woo!
Yeah. So that's awesome news. Good job, guys. That just to give you a little bit of comparison. Last year's October we did $79,000 in revenue. So yeah, it's a $40,000 increase, almost a 50% increase in revenue. So that's excellent. Expenses wise, we were I think a little over $100,000 last October. So yeah, we had a loss of about $20,000 last year. So a $6,000 profit may not seem like a whole bunch, but it's a whole lot better than last year. So it was awesome news. Jeremy, part of him being in the office and him doing collections calls and making sure that people get paused when they need to get paused was a big reason for that, because last year we had accounts receivable, I forget what it was for the month of October, but it was a lot higher than it is now. Like, we don't let people get outstanding too much. So that was a big part of it, is Jeremy being on top of the collections. So
It's called pulling the weeds.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Not
Something
fun.
you don't enjoy but must be done. Revenue to date, so that is all the way through October. From January, it's $1.14 million. If you look up on that board somewhere, you can find the goal of $1.3 million, and we made that goal December of last year. Looks like we'll hit it, so that's awesome news. It's always good to hit your projections. It means you're kind of on a path that is correct.
That was the goal, but I think we were gonna go there a completely different way too.
We were, yeah. So last December, we were planning on growing the treatment division, and we were planning on getting that treatment division up to 300,000. And so, come January, we found out obviously that Jesse got that job. We had to make a bunch of adjustments, buy some equipment, sell some equipment, buy some equipment, and so we grew our maintenance by a boatload. A lot more lawns being mowed this year than last year. So,
Why is there hospital bills on here?
well, we haven't gotten to that page yet. We are at the bottom recapping.
You're skipping ahead.
We'll get up there.
This is the first page.
Oh, you're at the bottom of the back. The
Yeah, the bottom of the
right
back.
there.
Yep.
We're not there yet.
We'll get there.
All I said so far.
Statements is
January
stupid.
1st,
Yeah.
invoiced him $1,141,000.
Reading ahead of your lines.
This is what we did in October.
Talking about good shit right now.
We spent
About to hit our goals.
and we made 6,000.
It's like,
And then, he was saying
You
last
said
October,
you said right now
we brought in 79, but we spent
1.14.
Oh, 6 grand.
Yeah, if you look at
Something like that.
you look year to date revenue, it's 1,141,000.
You said we projected
Way
1.3.
better.
Yep.
Okay.
So looks like we're gonna hit our goals. Always nice.
Alright, we jump into the front.
Yeah. Expenses, as you see, so like not yet. As you see, I always like to reiterate this. We do an exercise at the end of the year, at the beginning of next year, where we show you how much money we spent. Remember the dollars and stuff. So, yeah, we brought in $1 million, 1.14, but we spent 1.08. So that net profit right there. Again, these are my books. I double put in some expenses. So what you'll want to look at the bottom where it says bank account as of January 1, we were at 46,000. Bank account at the end of October, 128. So the profit of 81,000. So good news.
What's the percent on that?
Percent on that would be a little less than 8%.
That's nice.
Yeah, about 7 point something. So not fully optimized. Where next year we'll shoot for 15%. So that will be nice. All right. So if you want to go back to the front of the page, so we're not going backwards, we'll go from alphabetical from accounting. You see a pretty big accounting bill on there. Very large accounting bill, and we did not have an audit. So Darcel did not invoice us this year at all. It was just invoice us monthly, and so it happens.
He has access to the bank account too. He could pay himself monthly, but he waited until October.
Yeah. So that October payment of $5,000. So if you wanted to look at like the profit of what the true reflection of the performance profit, you would take $5,000 away from that. That's expense, put it on the profit, because it should not have came out in October.
Right.
But it did. No worries. We had it. That's the best part about it. We had the money to make that
10
purchase.
months.
Yeah. He didn't invoice us at all.
That's bullshit, dude. What's his name?
It happens. I've been there when I was young in business. I've been there where I didn't invoice somebody a whole year just like that. Like, but he's only a few years in. I did that. I 100% did that. it sucks. It's nice when you got a client that pays it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
It's
But it's the right thing to do.
receiving end.
So we had some bonus Google reviews out there. So keep those coming. Y'all been, even though that yesterday nobody put a Google review with the name, it means, it honestly means every time, I don't care if we get up to 10,000 reviews. Every single time I hear that ding go off on my phone, like my heart gets a little bit bigger. Just a tiny bit, just like the Grinch. So, awesome guys. Damages, there we go, Bailey. So, I do itemize them now as far as like the category of them, so we can tell what it is. So like a gas line got hit. That was I guess a gas line outside of an HVAC. Okay, yeah, where it connects. It got hit, and Jeremy's already let you know. First thing you do, don't call Jeremy. Call 911.
Yeah.
In fact, don't even call Jeremy. Just handle it. 911. No, you're gonna have to call him because we have to get it fixed.
Yeah. Hey, if you call
911, then sick docs apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, so don't hit those. That's $545. Damage is glass. I don't remember what that was.
That was me.
Okay, that was $321. Be careful. Y'all already know that. There's sometimes it's gonna happen, but you yourself be careful. Hospital bills $1346. So, slip and fall. It happens. We take care of you here, obviously. So just don't sue us because we will be out of business and nobody will have a job. So we appreciate that.
I slipped and fell, baby. That was me.
Yeah, I didn't tell everyone because it was
Yeah, not really.
not. I mean, you don't even care if we talk about it.
No, I don't.
So, there are witnesses. So this is 100% happened. Gabe was at Circle K, and he was using P7. He hit his knee so hard he passed out, and then fell and hit his head on, the gas pumps are on raised concrete.
Yeah.
So he hit his knee. He probably locked his legs, passed out, and then fell and hit his head.
No, he got down first.
Yeah.
He didn't fall. That
I
was
didn't
bad.
fall out the truck.
No, he got down.
No, yeah, he was out. He was standing beside the truck and hit his knee, and then locked his knees, and then passed out and fell. But yeah, he was all on concrete the entire time.
Yeah, it hurt.
Pretty bad.
And then
It was like that, dude.
water line. This was, in a regular old cookie cutter neighborhood. Somebody had an exposed main line connection shut off valve.
Yeah, that was some bull
That was not good. Never really expect that. Tire went into the hole, and the Bermuda grass was thick and kind of covering it. So went into the hole, cracked it, and Roto-Rooter rooted us a bill of $575. So that was pretty terrible. Pretty sure we can get that done for a lot cheaper, but the guy needed it immediately.
Yeah, it's otherwise I have no water in the house, so it's like a
Emergency call.
yeah.
So, yeah.
McKee probably could have fixed it, but it's better that McKee stays doing his job versus going to fix a water line.
Yeah. And so damages total of $2,788 for that month. So if you wanted to compare it, like that's like a 2-point-something% on the profit as far as damages that month. Because we had $118,000 in revenue, 2,700 of it went to damages. So if we had $100,000, it'd be a 2.7%. So I imagine it's like 2.35. I don't know. Somebody to do the math.
Do we incur damages like monthly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not every month, but past 2 months has been over $2,000. Not every month though. Not every month. Debt payments, those are itemized throughout. A $2,000 one will be paid off. We got $3,000 left on it, so I'll either make a $2,000 payment. Do we have 3,000? We have $5,000 left. We'll either make a $3,000 payment in December or a $2,000 regular payment and a $1,000 payment in January. So that'd be good. That's half our debt as far as payment wise. So that's pretty cool. And then dump fees, those are itemized. You see the $20 ones at Sample and Son, the ones that are 3 something, that is the big dog container.
We broke the most glass I've ever seen, but then again, we probably almost doubled the yards that we did this year. So I think
It kind of goes in hand in hand.
obviously a correlation between the more properties you do in a week and the amount of windows that accidentally get hit with rocks is gonna go up. That was probably our biggest thing this year. Like if you were to try to categorize damages, I think glass would be the number one.
Yeah, it's the most common for sure. There's the most amount of it out there to get hit. Equipment maintenance, I lump it all in. So it's like anywhere from weed eater string, edger blades, tires on a truck, tires on a trailer, tows. But if you look down through it, it'll tell you where, like the Harry's equipment, Laurelwood. That's they do all of our maintenance on all of our mowers and handhelds. You got itemized by trailers and trucks, Express Oil, and then we did have 3 tows. So. So equipment maintenance was $8,600. That does include all supplies. Food. Went to Waffle House, had a meeting with our cell, and that's what that is.
Gotta grease your accountant.
Literally.
Coffee.
Franchise, command center, franchise fee. Well, it's always gonna be $1,200 a month, and the command center, that's people that answer our phones and do things for us here and there on the back end in the office. So we paid them $3,798 for a grand total of just under $5,000 for the franchise fees. Fuel, you'll see all that. That's $5,000. Ice was $414, so we will be purchasing an ice maker January or February or March. One of those 3 months next year. That'll save us a good bit of money. Income, that's where we the $118,000 in revenue. Everybody following? Cool. Insurance payments, $4,000. That's just all the insurance we've got going on. Workers' comp, commercial auto, liability. And I think we got a blanket policy for theft now too.
Nice.
Yeah. Job materials, as you see, super low. We don't really we do mulch and pine straw, so it's going to be pretty low. Labor, and that was another thing. Last year in October, we did a bunch of landscape installs and weren't getting paid. So we had, I want to say, I think it was like 15,000? Hold on, so I'll look at it real quick. October. Job materials. No, it was $9,000. Yeah, but still a lot more.
That's crazy.
So
That's a lot.
yep. So in that scenario, you got to pay for the materials, do the job. When you don't get paid, your P&L doesn't look too wonderful. Let's see here, and then we got labor spend of $30,000. And then we've got management, general manager, Jeremy, $8,000. That, if you see the itemized, Jeremy and I's, I don't know if it's, well, Jeremy had a 10% bonus. That was in his contract last year. We didn't really profit that much, so it wasn't that much. This quarter was the first real profit for myself. So we did the same thing we're going to do the fourth quarter. Jeremy and I get 10%. And so that third quarter bonus was pretty hefty. It was a little over $7,000. And then Jeremy is a W-2 employee. So just like y'all, goes through payroll. The way the company's structured right now is I am not on payroll, but I will be once we restructure as a S Corp. So that'll be nice. So see myself as the owner at $11,000. That was a $7,100 bonus, plus my $4,000 a month. So that was that was the largest check I've ever received. I'm very happy about that. And then marketing,
Notice the bonus at 7167, and then look at management, GM, third quarter, 10% profit, 48. That's how much tax this came out of mine, from 7167 to 4802.
mm-hmm. Tax man's gonna eat it.
Almost 50%.
Yep. A lot.
Tax more. Tax minorities.
Always.
I wonder who normally tax back the tax man? Does anyone tax back the tax man?
No. You can't take from the tax man. We don't have a Robin Hood around here.
I need to be
I wish we
taxed
did.
for the tax man.
Will knows his way around. Mark, you're on marketing then, Brian?
Yeah, marketing 1788, and then I accidentally used a business card for my training template, so I got to pay that back of $199. Processing fees, that's just what we pay to have electronic payment, and then I just lump it in there as a processing/bank fees, so we got to pay for our checks. So processing/bank fees of $3,800. And this one's a lumped category as well of shop cost. So that includes internet, printer ink, paper, phones, internet, power, rent, and trash. So total shop costs of $3,761. We are tossing around a possibility of subletting 1 or 2 offices, a couple parking spaces, and I think we might be using that back there for us next year, but I'm not sure. Maybe not.
We're getting rid of some trailers, maybe not.
Yeah, we may not have to use that back lot, so we're thinking about subletting temporarily, try to recoup some of the shop cost, add to the bottom line, so there's somebody in my neighborhood that owns things called Pupper's Pet Grooming. That would be like a great fit. They got 3 vans. They could park them back there, use our water, and have 1 office. So trying to do a situation like that it's not going to get in our way, but we could also, decrease the cost, which increases profit. So if y'all know anybody that, I don't think I want any landscapers in here. I think it just causes issues. And
They could borrow some of ours and not necessarily ask. We could grab some of theirs, and I don't see that being the best.
yeah, I don't think it'd be all that wonderful. But somebody that's got a good symbiotic relationship. Studio it up, man. It's soundproof. Wanna rent some space?
Bring my DJ equipment in here first.
Yeah. Hey, it'd be awesome. Throw some events. You have to get your own insurance. We'll have a waiver of subjugation. I'm not liable for shit. So subscriptions. That's mainly Service Autopilot. Is the CRM we use. Some data, added data, and then there probably is some mystery. Not gonna lie, just like everyone else got some mystery subscriptions. There's probably some stuff we need to track down. Like I don't use that.
Yeah, when it's the $3.99s and the $2.99s, we do need to track those down, but those aren't moving the needle too much.
No. Well, the $3.99 and the $2.99, I think that was an accidental Prime Video. Same deal. Used the wrong card. That's in the wallet. Taxman took $14,558.
Appreciate that, tax man.
But here is one thing I've learned is I want to pay all the taxes because that means you're making the most money. So no way around it. It's also an equalizer. Everybody pays taxes. If you don't pay taxes and you're making money, well, that's one thing you don't have in common with your fellow Americans. So I've been there, and I'll be honest with you, your friends they may not tell you, they don't like it. Audible, that's just the online education. So if anybody, I put it in the video chat or the WhatsApp this week. I put the subscription and the password again for anyone that didn't have it. If anybody wants to use it and needs to log in, let me know. But that's it. So now, do we have any questions? Any comments? Any suggestions?
The subleasing is a good idea for sure. As far as saving money.
Yeah. So,
They would just be in the parking lot?
yeah, I mean, they would need somebody that would be renting space. I'd imagine they're going to have a couple employees. So they would,
U-Haul
you
things do that too? Like, does U-Haul pay you for,
I think
you offer?
I think that's like a franchise ordeal.
I just see them, a lot of them parked in front of random businesses sometimes.
Yeah, like car washes and.
Yeah, but wherever they're parked, wherever they're parked at, someone's maintaining them. Like they're putting fuel in them, they're taking photos. Cause I've gotten several U-Hauls lately, and you roll up. You can do everything mobile. You have like a checklist to go through that someone's taking photos and writing down the mileage. So wherever they're parked at, they're normally at businesses. Circle K on Wheeler Road, the gas station guy, those are his U-Hauls. So yeah, wherever they're parked at, someone paid money to have the vehicles there, and they're normally at an existing business.
it's like a lad on. Pretty cool.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, they make that.
Right, so
They're running the program.
technically we could,
Right.
but then, you know.
Then you have somebody doing intakes and I think, right? Or did,
Well, I mean, we could, but do we really want to get in the U-Haul business? I mean,
No.
we could.
we want to
could.
mow all the grass in the world.
Yeah, fuck.
And trust me, like, y'all thinking about that? Hell, I was gonna have. I've
Oh,
got an
yeah,
LLC.
Yeah, get this.
I've got an LLC. I was gonna do A to B motors. Right there, there's enough for like 15 spots, or I forget what it was. I had this idea. I was like, yeah, man, we're gonna sell, beater cars, A to B cars. May not get you back to A, but they're gonna get you to B. And
Yeah, that's the slogan.
and so we were gonna do it right there. I was like, yeah, man, we can do that. We can make extra money. And I've been probably the past year and a half. I've been researching how to make more money, because like you saw that $7,000 check. If I could do that every month, I would be where I want to be, and I could, But as of right now, I'm just like all y'all. I ain't got no money in savings. I have money in savings, but the amount of money I make each month barely covers the bills. So like any savings that I have didn't come from my monthly income. It came from like, well, I sold this, or the past 2 years I got 2 kids, a bunch of all that whatever stimulus money. I didn't spend that money, so I was definitely not part of the resuscitation of the economy. I put that in a hole. I said, this is now mine. But I've been thinking, like, how do I make more money? I researched real estate, researched stocks, and then I've come to the realization, and I've laid my comfort into it, and I've looked at what we've got going on here. And I said, this is my best return. It takes 100% focus to do something worthwhile. And so I was like, this is what I got. And so I'm gonna put my time into it, and it will eventually return something for me. So yeah, the ATV motors, it's dead. We killed it. It was a bad idea. Jeremy killed my dreams of being a used car salesman.
We almost cut that off. We'll tell them about something else we almost got into.
Golf cart business.
Yeah, with Darcel.
Oh yeah, we actually almost got into it. No, yeah, got off, that's legal. We almost got into the hemp business in South Carolina, and so Darcel's he's my friend. We started out as an accountant. Now we're buddies. He has an investment group from college and stuff, and they were talking. And they're like, well, you got some knowledge of plant growth. I said, yes, I do. And he said, would you want to, I'd been talking with him about it too, because whenever they legalized it in Georgia and South Carolina hemp, you can go get your license. South Carolina's got way better, way cheaper. Barrier of entry is a lot smaller. And so we had this whole plan. We were going to go in and do it. And I was like, I think, was this 2 years ago? We had just gotten into here.
Yeah, we were like, yeah, man, we can work every weekend and go.
Tend the crop and pick the weeds. And
Terrible.
it would have been a...
Was that the same? Was it last year where me and you were in the? Well, I'm sure 2 years ago we were in the field some by design,
I was spraying.
and then last year we were in the field to moral support to get everything done. And yeah, we were like, yeah, man, we could totally do this on the weekend.
Yeah, tending like 1,000 plants. No, that would have been a miserable. But yeah, I'm sure everyone's thinking like, all right, how do I make more money, right? And like, what are you gonna give up in order to make that extra money? And everybody's position is different. Like with this, if you can, like this year, I think we did a pretty good job of a normalized 40 to 45 hour work week. And as we go on, I would, like especially with this location, I would like to see 40 hours be pretty normal, so that our team can focus on themselves, get a side hustle or something like that. But like if you've got a bigger plan, like for instance, Bill Scotty William wants to get into the entertainment industry, maybe promote events, but there's stages into this, right? Like you've got to get your way in. So you gotta buy some equipment, get some skills. He's already started on his phone, producing some music here and there, but he gets more into it by spending a couple $1,000s on some actual equipment, to where now he can take his talent and broadcast it live somewhere. Network, get a fan following, maybe use his music, other people's music, and then as that gains traction, he'll have money to put into an actual place, or just rent places and promote across different areas. Mm-hmm. So like what he's going to give up in that though, like to get something like that started, he's got to have this job, right? And so he's going to be putting in that physical labor, and at nighttime sacrificing his sleep, his health for a short amount of time to in turn create something for himself.
Yeah, and that's the once you start working 50 hours, something's going to give. He's either could give up on the entertainment, or pursue that, and then it start affecting your day-to-day here. So it was I think great year as far as not having to work 50 plus hours every single week.
Yeah. Y'all, those that were here last year and this year, was there what difference was it workload wise?
It was a big difference.
As far as like just hours work?
Yeah, as far as in like the weekends worked
Gotcha.
for me.
Yeah.
Did what was everybody's thoughts on that? Is that a good thing?
Yeah, I like it,
50-50.
because like, I was still getting good pay, and getting off earlier. I think it worked out better than last year, for sure.
I can confidently say we worked 2 months worth of weekends last year.
2 full months.
Oh, I could
2
definitely.
full months, I feel like we were working every weekend.
Yeah, last summer.
Oh
I
yeah,
worked
2
every
months
Saturday.
at the minimum, maybe 3 months of like, yeah, we worked every single Saturday.
May, June, July. Might have been August too.
Pretty sure we worked every weekend. Like, there may have been 1 or 2 that we didn't work.
Yeah, and I think it was really, you think about how bad last year, when it was really just 3 months that were absolutely terrible, and then that can change your thoughts on the entire year. Those
3 months of
were
hell.
so bad that you were like, man, that
The whole year was terrible. And no, it was 3 months. It felt like a year. But no, it was 3 months of summer. Might have been 3.5. Because I remember
we may have even had guys in 70, knocking on the door of 70 hours in a week too.
yeah, that was rough. That's not sustainable.
I know Mike probably put in 70 hours at least 1 week. Or no, what wasn't last year?
What was last year?
Mike?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, because I know I worked till freaking like 9 o'clock with him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it was last year, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Surprised me if that was the year.
yeah, because Mike went to. No, that wasn't last. Was last year we did the we did the virtual conference last year? The year before
That
last.
was the year before last.
Oh, that was 2 years ago.
Before I came here, like right before. I came in like
Mike or not,
January.
Yeah.
70 hours was probably completed by somebody.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah,
That's a lot.
it is a lot.
And
Probably
to
not.
do all that, to not make any profit.
That's okay. But like what I was talking about with like what Will's gonna have to do. It's anything. If you got something and you're average and you want more, it is not an equal input. to get more. It is exponentially more work to get a little bit extra. And you put it in, you put it in, you put it in, and you put it in for years. And then you reap the rewards of that. It's not like you put in and get out. You put in, it goes in a bank of stored energy, and then eventually will burst out like a star. And I can promise you that. Like I'm not unintelligent by any means, and I definitely don't have a low work ethic. Like that $7,000 check is not the product of 3 months worth of work behind it. It's the product of 5 years of grinding my balls off, like to create this. And like y'all are part of it, but like behind the scenes, I didn't take a damn dime, you know, outside of what I needed to take. And then 5 years, this starts happening, right? It's like everybody sees, if you're on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, you see the product of years of energy balled up and then released. And some people, yeah, they were focused from the start. They put all the energy in the right places. It only takes them 3 years. But still, that's 3 years of extreme dedication and sacrifice and not spending money, you know, in a less than frugal way. So y'all, and that's the same thing that goes in whenever you are, if you want to go in the general manager program, or if you want to go out on your own, or if you're doing what Josh is just doing. He just started. So like, he's going to take his energy. He wants to operate heavy machinery. It's got a great reward. My buddy Andrew's hopefully going to be able to be his mentor and get him to that process. But it's going to take, you know, I would say bare minimum 2 years. I could be wrong on this, but I would imagine 2 years of in the field, trenching out pipe, putting pipe in places, using shovel work, and learning the craft from the ground before he gets in the cab of a big old vehicle. And there's gonna be days where he wants to throw that shovel in the hole and go home and say, nope, ain't doing it. But that 2 years spent actively learning and acting like he wants to be there is gonna put him in a cab of a vehicle making almost $100,000 a year. So, and that's 2 years of work that you're putting in. You're not getting all of that out, you know, by your paycheck. You're looking to that, you know, that eventual operator. So, you know, is that what they told you about 2 years? Did they tell you like the path?
Pretty much as quick as I learn, as quick as I move up, honestly.
Oh, sweet.
As long as they see me putting in the work and learning quickly,
They'll put you in.
they'll start moving me up.
That's awesome, man. I'm excited for you, brother. I really am.
I'm nervous, but
You got this. Hey, we'll still keep you in the group chat. You know, that way you got our support.
Just gonna put your mind to it, bro. Every day you go to the work, always tell yourself, I got this, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
That shovel kid, man.
No, there will be a lot of obstacles around you, a lot of bad things will come your way. But excuse my language, say fuck that, man.
Yeah.
I want this. This is what I want.
That's right. Use that energy in the hole.
They say you find God at the ass end of the shovel.
I believe that.
I found it.
I
Haven't heard that.
I'll throw this out. I made some decent sized lists for debris and all that falling. I did that. One, we are a little bit behind. It's weird saying that this time of year. And two, 100% chance of rain Thursday and Friday. Last day of payroll. So if y'all want to get it in, today's a great day to get it in.
Tomorrow's raining.
And Friday, 100% chance. So we'll see. We'll see.
That's my moving day.
Ooh, yeah, that sucks, man. Ooh. But Will, don't forget you're taking P1. Gabe, you're taking P4. Bailey, I would definitely change your blades because that initial mode.
All right,
And
fellas.
then McKeith, Josh, it's Wednesday. Let's change blades.
Good.
What up?
I changed plays on Wednesday.
Ah.